Okay, I want to talk about winning. Winning at this thing called life, which isn't a game, by the way, and there is no competition except that shit that's in your head that tells you there is, like a need to, oh, I got to compete with other people because I got to be smarter or better or faster or younger or hotter or prettier or blah, 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 blah. Did you ever actually stop to think about like who put that shit in your head? That like there's some kind of competition going on that you have to win at, and if you're not winning, you're a total loser? I mean, it's kind of like fucked. And it's very unilateral. And it doesn't really allow for this broad spectrum of feelings that everybody's talking about being so important, right? Because your feelings are all over the place. And you might feel really like a loser today and like a winner tomorrow. And where does that come from? Did you ever wake up one day and you're like, oh, I got a perfectly good amount of sleep. I ate well yesterday. I don't feel like unhealthy or tired. And somewhere along the way in the first 30 minutes of being awake, you're like, oh my God, I'm a total fucking loser. And you're like, where's that voice? What is that? What is that voice? That's the bigger question. What is that voice? So winning is like an attitude. And I'll go back a couple of days ago and, somebody was like, oh, I feel like such a loser to me. And I was like, are you? And she's like, well, I feel like it. And I'm like, well, okay, so if you ask me, here's how I see you winning. And what do you think about that? And her response, which I thought was very cute, was, well, okay, so I feel like I'm maybe breaking even. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll take it because breaking even is better than losing, right? I mean, I don't ever want to be behind the eight ball. I always want to be in line with it or ideally ahead of it. And then why am I even think of in terms of being above, beyond, beside, or in front of an eight ball in the first place? And I guess it's just a thing. It's a barometer. It's a place of measurement as to how good I'm doing, either how good I'm feeling, and sometimes too often, how good I'm feeling or how good I'm doing in relationship to other people. And that's the part that I want to get rid of. Understanding that I have a social instinct, that I will look at other people and I will do a little bit of comparing. I don't want to make that the basis of a judgment of how I'm doing. No, how I'm doing is about how I believe I'm doing. And I just spent the day with an awesome, intelligent young woman who is just on the winning track, just because she's sure about what she wants, she's sure about who she is, she's sure about what she can do, she's asking questions and learning. We both learn together. I bring a little bit of a type of experience and energy that's really complementary to hers and very much an opposite. And so we have a very winning team feeling. And so if you suffer from this like constant scorekeeping winner loser shit in your head that either makes you feel overly excited and sometimes exhausted, or bad or depressed because you're a loser, well, I would actually find more people to hang around with that are balanced. And specifically, people to hang around with who are clear that they want to be on the upswing of a good life, that they're trying to have a positive outlook, that they're trying to learn, that they're trying to develop, that they're seeing themselves, that they're spending energy wanting to help people. I gotta say that I was in the city today, and I lived in the city all throughout COVID. I was living in Brooklyn and traveling to the city fairly frequently. I was on a subway when it was like me and two homeless people in March of 2020. And I moved out of the city because I was over the city after 2.5 years of living with COVID in New York City. And I'm very happy where I'm at. And what's interesting is that every time I go to the city, I have a very different perspective now. But today was awesome because it was super warm and people were out and there were lots of families out and about and people are off work and off school. And it kind of just reminded me of that liveliness of New York that I've always loved. And I appreciated being there. And I was with this wonderful young woman and we had a great, successful day. Not because we won, but because we were doing what we love. And bonus is that she got a little incentive for her work and for her efforts, which I was really excited to see. I'm always ready to cheerlead someone who's putting some energy into things and not listening to their demons and wanting to be better. I just think that that's the thing that real life is made out of, supporting people. And supporting people in their desires. I'm not just saying I want to support people who are positive all the time. I want to support people that are having a hard time. I want to support people and help them learn how to sift through negative thinking and really start living the way they want to be living, because at the end of the day, I really believe that, yeah, my life is about what I think about, but it's also about my action. And sometimes I have to take action contrary to the shitty way that I think. So anyway, more on that later, but are you hanging around winners? Ask yourself, do you feel like a winner? Because if you don't feel like a winner, look at who you're hanging out with. Show me your friends, I'll tell you who you are. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me today.